Good evening, Pretoria. Welcome back to the channel. My name is RoguePatton, and I am joined by my favorite person in Pretoria, Mr. Mondroid. Say hello.
Whoa, favorite person. I didn't know I was that high up the totem pole.
I have to keep, like, I don't know actually how much higher to go from here. Like, I called you my best friend last week, and then now favorite person.
Right.
Like, it's gonna actually get to be, like, maybe very inappropriate going forward from here. So
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have to step it up every time. So, there's only so much you can do before it gets weird.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to come off this cliff at some point. So, just audience and be ready. There's gonna be 1 week where I just get on and I just bash this man. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, welcome to the show. I'm RoguePatton. I'm the best, and this guy sucks." Mantra, and that's the resetting, so that way I can be good for another couple weeks.
Start from the bottom and work it back up.
From the bottom.
This noob.
This guy.
I'm carrying this show with this noob.
Oh man, good evening, everyone. I am so happy that the chat is bumping right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here right away, ready to go. That warms my heart. So this week, we've got the end of the season tomorrow. So we've got 13 hours left in the season. So Mondroid, what are you doing here kind of to wind down this season?
Trying to burn energy, man, but it just keeps coming back and I keep getting more of it. And it's just tough. Playing those battles, I'm about where I was at last season. So
okay, yeah, there you are.
Five battles less, but might get there by the end of tonight.
You might.
Well, I also want to turn the old bot on to play some survivor mode. Just let it crush my deck for the end here.
Okay,
that's probably worth doing, just really since it resets.
You haven't done any survivor mode, have you?
No, I was waiting to see what's up with it now. I probably should have. I've just been, I don't know, dude.
Frankly,
I've a little busy and also just playing a ton. What were you gonna say?
Modern rewards, I think, are higher right now than I remember them. At least last season. Have you noticed? Because I think
feel so. Like it's funny when I play some of my black foils. I'm like, God damn! I just got 40 SPS.
No, I'm noticing a lot of my opponents are between 40 and 50 SPS a win, and then I'm kind of easily creeping up into 30, 33 when it was just like pretty regularly 25 for me. And so I noticed the bump, and I was curious if that was kind of where, I don't know, the shift to survival mode ended up, Like, I don't know
Could
if
be.
it just took away something, or if maybe there's like a resettling of something in the rewards pools. Because the other thing, and we'll kind of talk about it here too, because one of the big brain submissions for this week was DeHaas playing in gold, but still playing with almost like a bronze level deck. And so when I'm looking at some of these, I'm seeing Lorcas is 76, I'm seeing Han V at 75. Like top 20, almost top 20 has crossed over that 5,000 threshold, which is where you max out the rewards. And so I don't know if there's like a general push of the whole pool just a little bit higher, and so maybe like the rewards down low don't have as much. Oh, thanks a lot for the sub, Jeff. I appreciate you. It was the People's Guild. He's in here sniping. If he sees you without a sub,
he's like, hey, why don't you have a sub, Jeff? Jeff, why don't you have a sub?
Jeff. You're the best, Jangles. We appreciate you. I noticed I wanted to say you did that up top here too. Kira showed up. And as soon as Kira's in here, he's just like, bam! First time chat, sub. Bam! I can't believe you didn't give our VTuber that came in here and wanted X follows a sub, Jangles. I don't know if they're here anymore. I asked what their VTuber character is, but they're not here. But welcome, Jeff. I'm glad you're here, buddy. I'm imagining you're doing very well this season. I actually very curious. How is your first season back online with All right, Bam. Thank you very much for the sub with Prime, man. You're awesome. The survival mode that you're running with right now, like the first revamp, how are you feeling? But
I'm seeing Jeff's got 877 battles, 465 in the win column. Diamond, 6th place on the diamond leaderboard.
Wow. Ghostly, thank you, People's Guild. Getting everybody up here. Survival sucks. Changed my mind. I mean, you and I are just over here in Modern, having fun, Ghostly. And, yeah. So, I mean, I appreciate that this exists over here, though. I think that there is a world where it exists. And, frankly, I was actually looking at it for my account, my main account. Jangles made a comment, I want to say it was a couple weeks ago, where he was like, you know, like, since I'm not actively playing my account, but I have like the max chaos and all that stuff, he made some comment a while ago where he's like, if I manually played survival with my RoguePatton deck, like, I actually might do all right. And I was like, I wonder if just playing survival, like, I don't know. I don't know if that would be my mode of choice, because at this point, like, the reason I'm scholaring and all of that stuff is because Modern is just ridiculous. The promos are absolutely running the show, and they were obnoxiously expensive. So if I'm going to keep playing at the high levels, then I might as well, like, quit if I don't have those. But everything else in the middle, though, I'm thinking about it, and it's like, all right, Wild's kind of just meh, but, like, I don't know. There's probably a world where, like, survival mode could be that experience where, like, I get competitive and I get variation in play. You know what I mean? Like, I probably won't get high enough to see anybody crazy, but, man, I don't know. That thought crossed my mind, but I'm with you, Ghostly. All right, I'm not doing anything in survival right now. I was doing all right, just beating up on people for a minute with my max decks. Came across one person with a max deck, lost my Immortalis, and I said, this is not fun. I hate losing.
Never played again.
I hate losing. I don't want to do this. But anyway, so Mondroid, you were saying that like you are having a hard time running through your energy. How much are you actually going to the store and purchasing energy, or this is just what you get from chests, the regeneration, and whatnot?
Yeah, on Mondroid and Thugan, I've now done batch 1 for all the chests, and that's it.
Yeah, where's Thugan at? Thugan's...
We're gonna have to go down quite a bit,
Oh, you think
probably.
so?
Yeah, I think I'm only at, like... I'm not even in Champ 1, dude, so it's like...
Oh, okay.
I'm not even sure if I'm on there or not.
Well, I guess this is maybe...
Oh, there he is.
Oh, where did I miss him?
It was like 75 or something.
I'm blind.
Nope, I'm blind too. Back up. Go back up. Go back.
Where did he go? There he is, 62.
We lost.
So yeah, Thugan's over here in 62, so I mean that's not bad. 491 on that account though. Like,
what's sweet about Thugan is I get matches in like 30 seconds, so where on my main account it's like 2 minutes. So it's actually easier to play Thugan. Yeah,
Jeff says he saw himself. I saw you too, buddy.
I saw myself.
You too. So yeah, I mean that's actually a pretty big benefit. But then I guess the other main crazy part is just the cost difference of those two decks. Like there's a huge cost difference between those decks, but there's I don't know. I guess from the standard outside perspective, is there a big difference between 10th on the champion leaderboard and 62nd? I mean, except for nobody sarcastically give me 42 positions. That's not what we're here for, guys. But, like, I mean, a champion deck's a champion deck, and if you can do it with the legendary summoners from Rebellion, and the majority of the rest of everything is just silver level gold foil stuff, right?
Yeah, so and then the reward cards are mostly pretty much all maxed now, except a couple of the legendaries because I started pulling them later. But yeah, Thugan is like really cost effective. I feel like if you were gonna try to make just like a budget, call it a budget account.
Yeah, right. Max level Rebellion summoners.
Right.
On a budget.
Kind of the way to go, I feel like.
Honestly, it's what I expected coming out of the rotation. That's why I put the money into the summoners that I did. But man, nobody's biting, and that was just kind of the interesting part there. But yeah, Vorkis, I'm sitting here at 34. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't get past 4,300 till like 2 days ago. At the end of the day, I was just struggling, and then I don't know, we've been on a pretty good streak. 375 was the number I was going for. That was essentially 25 battles a day, but we're gonna have to turn on the bot again. And really right now I still need the reward cards. I'm very sick and tired of losing Slade Mirrors. They're driving me nuts.
That one against me, though, was pretty good for you.
Yeah, that one. But that was that Mondroid?
Yeah, yes. I believe so.
Yeah, because what was our mirror breaker? Essentially, there was the Slades that were different, but you were running the mouse and I was running the pickle. But like, all of our slows and swiftness were identical, and it was just the difference of pickle. And frankly,
yeah, well, I had that extra slow, but then like we were talking about, it gets cleansed anyway, so then just having the better attacker was probably a difference maker.
Yeah, the magic attacker, right? But oh my goodness, Glory's asking me how are those pack openings going. Really good, actually. I broke even yesterday, pulled my first legendary on day 12, so pulled a Taylor Swift, and that put the general count into the positive. So up $1 on 12 standard packs so far. Not bad from my perspective. But yeah, honestly, I'm enjoying the experience. I think it's great. Everybody in the chat, just so you know, Blaze hooked me up with 5 standard packs to do some giveaways on the channel. So one of the things I've got queued up already is I've got a Wheel of Names here going for the 4 submissions that we had for Big Brain challenges this week. So I'm going to be giving a pack to one of the 4 submissions that we had, even outside of the winner itself. You know, like we'll give away a pack. And if you also won, then congratulations. But that's what I was thinking would be a good thing for those packs right away, is just to kind of spin based on participation in the Big Brain Challenge. But also let me know if you guys are thinking anything else, like leave a comment or anything going forward. Let us know kind of what you're thinking. I got 5 packs, so you know, and maybe more to come if this is a continued thing. But also just letting everybody know, we did throw everything onto YouTube, so I am starting to populate YouTube with our Twitch videos. So just if you missed the show, or if you want to kind of promote it as just long form content, please be my guest. That'd be awesome. We want to get Splinterlands out there and honestly bring more people to the live event. Make sure that, you know, everybody knows about this, because live is best. But
YouTube's good for that, because like if you're on YouTube a lot already, you'll see like the show will show up in like the recommended stuff.
yeah, and I was a good little Hive boy, and I did the best I could, and I put it on 3Speak every week, and there's no traffic there. There's
nobody uses that, unfortunately. Nobody. I mean, it's cool, but it's nobody uses it.
I'm sticking to my guns on Snaps instead of X, because, you know, at the end of the day, I still think like everybody should be familiar with the blogging aspect of Hive. Period. You know, they should go out of their way to go to Hive and experience that. That was a big part of your initial launch 4 years ago, right? Like that was one of the big offerings that you had with Immortal Gods, right? Was that whole curation trail and everything from there.
Oh yeah, well, I think Clove was doing like some of the curation, so like, you know, for different posts and stuff, I could always have her take a look at it and give me a vote or whatever, you know, as long as it's decent stuff. And that helps a lot with the content, you know, because like if you don't get a vote from like the Steam Monsters account, you know, it's like, woof, it can be brutal sometimes.
Yeah, and that's, you know, really without those, or but then once you get a couple, like that encouragement actually is pretty interesting, you know. But, you know, that's a whole nother aspect. And, you know, as we're trying to make sure that like our platforms are kind of intertwined, you know, we have the HBD funds from, you know, from their DAO and all of that. And so, you know, I still want to encourage everyone to go and participate. And frankly, I like queuing it up. I think it's nice. I'm able to just queue up the hashtag Big Brains, and everybody's got their stuff in here, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, catching up with the chat here. Ghostly says Craniacs the Hippo Slayer. Oh, 1000%, dude. We forced the crap out of that. And Mondroid, have you noticed more Craniacs in the meta? Because I have.
Yeah, I've seen it. I actually had someone play it against me once now.
Did it win? Like, did it do what it like?
I think it did win, because I'm so used to people not playing it against me that I'm like, I'm just gonna spam hippos, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy, this motherfucker.
I noticed it in the price. I think Craniacs has made its way up to almost a $10 card, going from the cheapest legendary to a $10 card. Now I know I don't think there's a crap ton in circulation, so it's not going to take a lot to do that. But in my mind, that was a pretty big move for Craniacs. It was, I don't know, almost like it was sub $5, right? Like it was bad. But
I can see what I bought mine for, because at the time it was pretty cheap.
so no,
Yeah,
very
$4.93.
$4.93. That's
What is
crazy.
it now?
It's almost like $9. So
Okay, yeah, I got mine for like $5.
yep. Now what I am noticing is there's still a lot of dumping into high bids. So like Craniacs, the market value here, you can see it was dumped into a high bid. Even Moribund, the Aerobait, like just dumped into a high bid, high bids. So like there's still, I think, some chasing and dumping of pack openings going on right now, which is driving some of these prices pretty low. Because anytime you start to see that market value spot on with the high bid, you know that that's what's happening. So
Right.
but yeah, it's I was very interested to see that. So glad you're enjoying it too, Ghostly. It's the most satisfying play in Praetoria right now. But Jeff Open Card says he gave us a sub. Appreciate you, man. You guys bring much experience and knowledge. Much respect, Rogue and Mondroid. Dude, thanks, Druid's Blood. We appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on right away with us. Just wanted to catch y'all and say what's up. Gotta run. Enjoy the hang, everyone. People's Guild, Jangles, you have a wonderful rest of your day, buddy. The house, working on pushing snaps with you, Rogue. Pack a Day has been pushing interaction. I like it. I think that's a good snap and good content. You know, it's just a quick log, almost like a journaling. I like it. Says he should have picked up more copies when it was cheaper. Yeah, 1000%, dude. 1000%. It'll settle itself out. When we look at Rebellion Rebellion legendaries, they it all ends up leveling out after a while. Whoops, what did I do? Oh, I'm still clicked on Conclave. So yeah, got legendaries down pretty cheap in Rebellion, so your summoners are still. Oh man, that breaks my heart. Why is a cane so cheap? What are they doing? And there's so much liquidity. Oh man, what if I was just wrong about, what if everyone just skips Rebellion and dumps it? You know what I mean?
Just dumps it. Well, I think everybody bought it to speculate. That's the problem.
Maybe.
Everybody's been speculating.
I thought I was ahead. No, I was just a sheep. I was a sheep too. Darn it. Oh well. Alright, so yeah, for Vorkis, we're gonna probably have to turn on the bot here right at the end. We'll run wild, try to get as many chests from just completing leagues as we can from that. Buy all the chests for the account, get the energy, run it down, and just go that route. So, oh, my bot's gonna play Krypton. Good luck, Krypton. I don't know, my bot's not that good.
Crimpton.
He's my boy. He's good. So speaking of that guy, YGG.
YGG.
The tournament this last week was one of the exclusive ones.
The premium exclusive, and I missed it, dude.
Yeah, dude. Why? I guess let me just preface why.
Well,
what happened? Because you thought you were signed up for everything?
Yep, if you go to private events, I signed up for every single one of them YGG tournaments, except they made 2 more, and I didn't think about it, and I never checked the privates, because normally you never go there. Right? Checking the privates.
Checking the privates.
And yeah, so
that's my no square.
Yep, that's the no square. Don't touch there, dude. Anyway,
so in the privates,
so I missed it, and then you got second.
I did.
So that was pretty good.
I got second,
and it actually had decent prizes. So
it had really decent prizes, and
really decent ones,
really
dude.
Decent. So general sentiment of this tournament, just so everybody understands, and this is one of the things that I really want to push in the game, because this drove an interaction for me that was, I think, healthy, like very healthy, and I think it drives really kind of for everybody. So we had 67 people participate in this tournament, when like the last couple of these have gotten like 140 some, 161, 149, because the main difference here was you had to have a spell book in order to participate in this one. So looking at that, well, you had to have a spell book
and the premium YGG pass,
yep,
right?
you had to have a premium. Well,
yeah.
Actually, I ended up finding out that you didn't need the premium YGG pass. It's just if you didn't have it, you're not getting the title, and you're not getting the YGG points. So essentially here, what this was YGG has what's called a premium title. It costs 25 YGGs. At today's price, I don't know, it's maybe like $5 or something like that. But like, I think it was $10 back when it started and everything. YGG's price is just very, very volatile. But anyway, so you buy this pass and then you get in, and this tournament specifically had a participation prize. And that participation prize is a prefix title that gives you 2% increase on rewards forevermore. Coining that one, Tails. You're welcome. But so I thought that was really interesting. And then, you know, there's just also the prizes. Now, these prizes are pretty top heavy, I would say. So, like, you know, we have only top 10, and they are essentially like $4, $8. What? Get back. 4, 8, 16, 20, 36, $48. Like, that's kind of how these prizes are stacked here. So very top heavy, good amount of money there, but only for top 10. So like, we cut to top 13 after day 2, and there were 3 people that still weren't going to get anything after like a whole second day's worth of work. So that was pretty cool. But the function of the tournament, there was that participation reward of the prefix title, and then there was also the participation reward for the YGG points. So there was almost like this floor of like, you get this for just participating, but here's like the big prize for the big dogs, you know what I mean? And that's reminiscent of a lot of my main tournaments from like real trading card games. There is always a participation prize thing that you get that is good and cool. Usually it's some exclusive art promo that, you know, generally when we're talking about the whole population, like, not everyone can actually get their hands on this promo because traveling to a physical tournament's pretty hard. But like in this case, like if we had, like right now, we're all going to get these exclusive prefix titles that nobody's going to be able to get in the game outside of these. And so I thought that was really interesting. And what that proved was there were 67 people here that at a minimum essentially paid $5 for these tournaments, right? So when I kind of rambled off the prizes, there was also, you know, 67 times 5. I mean, what is that? $335?
Yeah, I'm not doing math on stream,
It was close.
dude.
I think that's close. Chat, somebody fact check me. I think I was close, if not spot on. But I mean, that's just generally good in my mind. Splinterlands has always argued that when they do some of these kind of like higher end tournaments with big prizes and everything, that they don't drive that participation because nobody wants to pay the money just to lose. You know, it's all about yield calculations and all that stuff. But then that's when, I start to think about this, and it's like when we get our stuff, figured out, like, and maybe we get some of that glint stuff, or what was the glamour? When we get the glamour stuff, when we get all of that, maybe there's a world where we can have some higher buy-in tournaments with big prizes that drive more engagement,
That would be sweet.
Because that was one of the things I wanted to highlight to everybody is, essentially there's 67 people here that paid $5 for this tournament. At least I did. And the funny part is I don't even need the I don't need the prefix title, at the end of the day. Like, I'm a owner of a keep, so the prefix title's not gonna help me. It doesn't stack. So like my 5% is gonna be active forever, and this thing's not gonna help me. But it's still, I wanted to own it. So, and anyway, so DeHaas is asking, what exactly is YGG? So YGG is called Yield Guild Games, and they are the oldest, I would say, and most recognized gaming guild in blockchain history. Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, I'm not, I haven't been around that long to say it's the forever ever, but I mean, as long as I've been around, they've been around, so...
So, and what they do is they just kind of pool together players and, like, get them into communities, get them activated, and, like, get them together, and then they'll kind of, like, then through partnerships, they'll go explore different games, keep their guilds together, go try out a bunch of different things, and it's just essentially a gaming community. And what they've done is they've created what's called the gap season. It's called the Guild Advancement Program, and what it is it's a series of like quests and tasks for you to complete in order to get points so that you can earn crypto. Essentially, it's an engagement thing. And so what happens is, a company like Splinterlands will come along and pay whatever amount of money that cost. I don't really know what the cost was to get our game on their gap season. Create the quest, and then they essentially just swarm their community to the game. And that's what we've been experiencing, I'd say, for the last month, right? Like, if we go my Explorer dashboard, new players, like this uptick in new players that we've had here for a while has been, I think, on YGG's account for the most part. When did that start? I want to say it was back here. This first bump that we had. I don't know what this one was, but that was crazy. But yeah, so their followers will just swarm the games, participate, and try things out, and go from there. But
well, go back up and set your time frame to 3 months.
That's a better chart.
And then look at it, because you can kind of see almost exactly where it probably started kicking in.
I think it was about right here. This was, if I remember right, this was the first one. So it was like May 20th. But that sounds about right.
That's the signups, right? So it's like way up.
Yep. That was another big one. I wonder if this was Twitter ads or something. But yeah. So I think we're doing good. I think we're pretty healthy
definitely
right now.
Doing something. I mean, you'd like to see a lot of spell books and stuff too, but
yep. Yeah, so then, this tournament itself, for the most part, it was a battle between, the Firm and YGG, YGG SPL, the Brawlers. So when we see, like, the YGG Brawlers here, they're the main YGG SPL guild, and so yeah, there's quite a few of them running around here. Crypto or Deuce Crypto is in YGG SPL as well. Elephantium's in the Firm. I'm in the Firm. So top four is split between the two. Biz is in Brawlers. These two, I actually don't know them. Tails is with us in the firm. Credits is in the... oh, nope. Credits is in Brawlers. I forgot about that. But, yeah. So, I mean, top 10 was looking pretty good. But it was very tight. It was good competition. But I won 3 alchemy packs from that. And we are going to open them on stream tonight. And I'm going to pull my first black foil. Black foil.
First black foil arcane, you mean?
I don't care. Just give me something. I'm chasing. The chase is real. All right? That's what I need. Give me something. Because frankly, I don't know. The liquidity on the black foil arcanes, like in the gold foil arcanes, I don't know. I know one guy that says, like, gold foil arcanes are his jam, and it's Dave. So he's going to be the first one I go to if I pull one. I'm going to be like, hey, you want to trade me? Got to scratch that itch. I mean, and this is the interesting part, is I've always, I look at the 3 alchemy packs, and I'm like, do I want to sell those and go for regular packs? Then I wouldn't have to buy a pack for like 12 days, right? I've got like 12 days worth of packs. I'm like, that could really help that and all that. But I'm like, no, I won these. Like, I'm just relying on...
see what's in them, man. Yeah, you can't give them up now.
Exactly. They are mine, and that's what we're going to do. So, but before we get to that, Mondroid, did you want to go over some of our battles and then go into the big brain submissions?
Sure.
All right.
Do it.
So, which one did you want to queue up? Oh, I think this was the one. All right, got it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Mondroid. What do you got for us, baby?
I think it's a magic match, right?
Yep, wands out only, which I feel like has been very prevalent lately.
I feel like it has too. I feel like I played it a lot. Yeah. And so it's also Earthquake. So then I was thinking, is it better to play Squirrel or Lorcus, right? Because obviously magic, so... But then Earthquake. So what I did is I was like, I'm going to try Squirrel just for, like, testing purposes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never know unless you try. And so yeah, what I ended up doing is I'm taunting his dwarf. I forget the thing's name. The silence up there.
Ashen Cindergrim.
The Cindergrim, yep. So, I mean, there was a lot of options for what I could do there.
Mm-hmm. But you ended up going with a double, so we've got a double silence, so Keelan's going to be hitting for 2. But, I mean, realistically, though, there's not a lot. This guy will do some reflection, this guy will take a little bit of damage. But he's the only one doing damage. Everybody else is not doing anything. And then yeah,
so it's scary, right?
There. Yeah, the life leech, nobody else can do damage. This is where, like, this corrupted healing is what we're seeing right now is so meta. And yeah, I think that your call here to avoid the earthquake damage was huge. And it is very hard to ignore Lorcus in a wands out situation. Like, you really
get the magic.
Yeah.
You get the life steal.
Yeah, it's you really got to be having something to be like, yeah, this is what I want. Mick with the raid.
It works out.
It did. Mick with the raid. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. SPL Dantrin, welcome. Glad you guys are here. We're just going through some of our big brain plays of the week. Mine was something similar, I believe. Oh no, mine was a Heloise one.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
All
right, let's see. No, I did. Yeah, so this is a Heloise one. But what was kind of interesting about this play for me and is I've never ran a battle where I was actually trying to get my Heloise to a ridiculous level of health. One, it was anytime I get into no shields, I start to think about Heloise. Shields is one of the big things that gets in her way. She doesn't have piercing. And then reverse speed really helps because for some reason she just has the whiffs. So many whiffs.
Yeah, she's pretty slow, so she's happy to see that.
So yeah, reverse speed, I'm just kind of like, 3's not like, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. It's just more
like
levels it out.
That no man's land kind of where it's like not fast enough to, where you want to play it, and then it's like just a little fast and reverse speed.
Yep. So what I ended up doing here was I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna put my life leech on Heloise. And this is what we ended up learning in with the new red tank that we have, is that on spite triggers, when this thing does damage, you gain the life. So I have a corrupted heal that is going to essentially let this one just run away at some point. And so I get to a point now where I'm not even dying to Venka hits. And I'm looking at Heloise through like a whole new lens at this point, because I've always valued her from the perspective of doing the damage like on spite and making sure that I'm like 1-for-1ing along the way. Because if we're not 1-for-1ing, then like we're not getting our value. But then all of a sudden in this match, like I'm not dying. I'm doing 10 damage.
It's got 18.
I'm taunting. Like, it was a whole side of Heloise that I just never had seen before. It is crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. That corrupted healing is so broken. And I've noticed this with Tofu too, is like there's certain times where if you probably didn't bring an affliction and you just can't kill anything anymore after they get too big.
Yeah, that was one of the old things that we used to saw, is like the triage life leech. It was nuts. So, yep, that was mine. So then we reviewed our 4 big brain submissions. So shout out to Tails, DeHaas, Bobcar J, and Deuce Crypto for submitting their challenges this week. We appreciate you. We ended up going with DeHaas on this one. So DeHaas.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 things that I kind of wanted to highlight here. Is one, this is looking at the card levels. You would say this is a bronze, maybe silver, but this is actually gold. This is Gold League modern play right now. I was shocked, honestly, because it was not that long ago that we saw that essentially gold level players with real gold level decks, they couldn't really play much higher because everybody had maxed out stuff. And so now seeing like bronze make its way up to here, I was like, what in the world? I love it. Absolutely love it. So looking at this one, we got our boy DeHaas decided to take advantage of, and went really no fear. He went no fear here, and he said, all right, we're already going to get Painforge triggers from our Noxious Fumes, but I'm still going to run with my Relentless Strikes, and we're just going to let this baby ride, and we're going to hit like a train. So he went into this, no fear. Battled through a giant hippo in the front here. But yeah, relentless trigger, but then the corrupted heal right here, I think really is a big help because nothing died from that first trigger, but now he's got 2 things that die from the relentless strikes, but got 2 good rounds out of attacks from both the things that died. So, got the advantage that he needed out of those. But yeah, everything was looking on its last leg, and that's really what Painforge does. Painforge gives you that non-sustained boost of just raw power. Like you got to get it done within the first couple rounds, or else you're gonna die. And so, our boy leaned into it. He said, I'm not worried about death. Valhalla.
You're gonna play the stop hitting yourself game.
So DeHaas, we appreciate you. Thank you. I'll send you 1,000 DEC. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. And I gotta do a couple of these right now, because I still, from like that first one, I don't think I ever sent Jangles or Glory. Did I send you 1,000? He'll let me know.
Say no, dude. Say no.
Because like I feel like I did, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. There you go, baby. 1,000 DEC. Thanks for the submission. He says, "Let me check." Good.
It's like it is on the blockchain.
I got
somewhere.
Jangles up here too, and there's not really many things that I send to him right away, but all of a sudden when I was typing in his name, it sounded really familiar. But we'll go over here to this. We'll spin the wheel here, and let's see which of our 4 big brain submissions are gonna get this pack from the promotions of Splinterlands. You ready, Mondroid?
Do it.
Do it. Yeah. No way. No way. Double dips. Double dips.
I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I kind of figured that might happen.
Did you? I mean, I only had a 25% chance that was gonna happen.
I just had it in my head. I was like, I bet he's gonna win both of that too.
All right, so let's go ahead, transfer the Haas 1. All right, baby. Enjoy. Let us know what you get. I better see a snap of that pack when you open it. I want to know. I want to know.
I want to know.
I want to know. So, let's see what else has happened this week. Pickles happened this week. Mondroid, what did you end up doing for or with Pickles?
You know what? I haven't even got them yet.
What?
Yep.
Are you? Do you want to? Like, what's up?
Well, I mean, I would like to.
How many
I
can
would.
you get?
Oh, like a ton, dude. I think like 900 of them.
No way, really? Well, I mean, honestly,
I have to check again. Was it 1,000 per?
it's interesting because I don't know what the play is. I feel like the data's a little skewed because I've seen so many people post on X and post everywhere. They're like, yeah, opened up like 400 pickles and I got a black foil, and I'm like, that's what? Like, that's not. It's like 1 in 2,000 to get a black foil, and you just ripped one out of 400. I ripped 50 like regulars, and that's when I got the hard lesson that there's no guarantees. So I got 50 regular pickles. I was like, man, like I at least expected 2 gold foils out of that. You know what I mean? I was like, sad, but oh my goodness. But yeah, so winner, pickle dinner. I've won a bunch of battles with the pickle so far. I have too. It's actually a very meta card. The only concern at this point, at least for Mondroid, is that, he buys it from the store at 150 DEC a pop when he can go to Peak Monsters and I think buy a max copy for like $37, which I don't know what that is from the DEC perspective, but yeah, I mean, it's literally like 66% of the value. Like, he can buy them for 104 DEC a pop instead of 150. So that's essentially the decision you're making here is, like, are you going to go for the golds and
I
black
probably.
foils?
Well, because I gotta get some golds for Thugan, otherwise he's gonna never have it.
Okay. Well, I mean, those are going for $2,000 DEC
Jesus.
per. But, like, I mean, $188 is not. I don't know. It's
What
about
do you
1
need
in
to-
20
it's
though.
a common, so
yeah,
5.
without the I mean, maybe this is where, because for me the prices of these have never really matched the, like, 1 in 25 from going from, like, a base rare to a gold foil, because that's the chances you got with the gold foils, right? But the prices have never really reflected that. This is actually, I think, the closest I've ever seen. This is a 20x from the base price, essentially, going from regular foil to gold foil. And then, I don't know, if you're lucky, where's our black pickles? Got two on the market for, you got 285 and 290. So, I don't know. $300 for a black pickle. It's probably worth it. But
300?
yeah, $300. Yeah, I mean, all the other. Well, okay, so let's think about it like this. You get what, the 20 times rewards or something like that? What was it? The gold foil is 20%, right? Or the black foil is 20%?
Per black foil.
But it's also a promo. So this one card, is that 30%? It's 10% for promos, right?
Yep.
So this black foil promo is a 30% bump on rewards. Bruh.
Bruh.
I mean,
that's pretty sweet. It is a lot of glint too.
Yeah. That seems to be the problem, at least that I'm hearing from people, is, like, the reason that they have to scholar is because they're just pulling in so much glint that they can't. I'm worried that's gonna break something, you know. Like, if they're printing this much glint, like, we'll probably never be able to get titles in the shop again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's, I mean, it's a soulbound reward, right? But, like, I guess most of these accounts are going to be at a point where they're just going to have so much glint that they don't have to wait to get their cards as soon as they're released. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Well, if you want to see something funny, look at the glint rich list.
Yeah.
See who's all saving up. It's like, oh, I'll buy a title. I only have like 54 million glint right now, so don't mind if I do.
Let's see, where were we at? Is it the rich list is in the Explorer? Where is it at? Oh, top holders. There we go.
Oh yeah, top holders.
All right. Tokens, glint. Boom. All right. I'm rank 125. Let's go. Got my little 3 million there. No Wallet's got. So Vuctus is at 58. Housewife is at 54. But wow. Okay. Big drop off there, though. Fat Jimmy's at 24. Kesserin's at 22. Where's Lorcas? Isn't even on the top here.
What's he buying with it?
10 million?
He's gotta be buying something.
That's worth a message. Hey buddy, what you spending your glint on? So yeah, top 20 is above 10 million just about. But Ghostly, I having conversations with Woody as well. Woody575. He was looking at scholaring his main for the same thing. The amount of money that he's put in, and the amount of like energy that he can't play. He can't play it that much. And to like really kind of justify the black foils, there's almost like this pull that you have to do it. You know what I mean? So
There's that feeling like you're missing out.
it's a real feeling. It's a real feeling. That's for sure. But yeah, so yeah, I guess so you've been playing, I've been playing with it. I love the pickle. I think it's a fantastic card. It fits with the weapons training, and it's got a lot of the stuff that you kind of want anyway. It pairs well with the Slade plays. You know, this was something like you're always running the 7-cost weapons trainer in the blue team to have swiftness, and then being able to run 2 non-attackers with slow on either side of it. Like, you're getting 3 speed manipulations on that combo. It's just it fits well. It's self-heal and shield and evasion's just nice. You know, it's a solid card. And what I'm finding is that weapons training is not as ridiculous as it was in the last meta, but it's still very powerful when played in the right situations. So I know Rage is probably still one of the most meta cards. There's many times where a Rage will sneak up on me, and I'm just like, crap, I can't account for this, you know. But yeah, you'll have to let us know what you end up kind of going for there, if you're gonna rip pickles or if you're just gonna go to the secondary market. But you're saying you could get like 900, because yeah, you've got almost a million of the SPS, right?
Well, it's split on 2 accounts, but I should have a little over 1 million between the 2 of them.
Yeah. Yep.
So whatever that is. I need to sell some stuff, man. I need to sell some stuff, raise some funds.
Glory says I've never paid the man, and now he's charging me interest.
Yeah, I told him we're gonna send some guys over to pay you a little visit.
All right, so let's get this to Jangles, and then Glory, what's your official IGN? Is it still OF? Is it OF Glory, or what am I? Maybe I can find it on Snaps.
Our Faded Glory, right? Or I guess I don't know what it is in game.
Oh no, it is. There it is. All right, all spelled out and official. Our Faded Glory. That's a lot of letters.
If you use 420 pickles, you get a black foil.
Wait, what? 420? Got it. Is Deuce in the house? There he is. What's up, Deuce?
Yep. You know it.
My man. Yep. I'll collect his knees. Oh man. Oh man.
Only his knees.
The donation or the prizes have backfired on me. It's turned the audience against me. Send him 1001. Should have. Alright.
Jeez.
I'm all caught up, you heathens. Yeah, all prizes are distributed. We're good. We're good. Send Mondroid my 1K and I'll take that many pickles. Crap. Mondroid. I need to get that in the chat. Does the pickle make Conclave Artificer obsolete? No. 1000% not. You know what I'm using that card for right now? Mondroid, tell him. What's my favorite ability?
What are you using? Oh, the Lookout?
Lookout, baby. All day.
Out.
You know what the pickle's not doing? Not standing on top of a tower looking for ambushes. That's what the Conclave Artificer is doing. I'm positive I'm not saying that name right. But
yeah, I'm not saying it. I'm just gonna let you do it. Do your thing.
But then also that low mana void shield, I think is really helpful for me. In many cases, but I have not explored low mana pickle plays yet, I would say, because I don't know how well that heal will carry in the low mana matches.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But it's definitely worth looking at, I guess, for sure.
Too bad he's not a gnome, because that would definitely be a good one.
Man, yeah, he's a what was it? Golem. No, but in the lore, didn't he say divine construct?
Yeah, so he buffs not Eloise, Eleanor.
Yeah, well, he should, but I don't think he does, because his actual title in game is Golem, so he does not.
Weak.
Yeah, that's what but I remember in the lore, as soon as he said it, he's like, no, it's a divine construct. But no, if we look at it, yeah, he's a Golem. Yeah, look at that. 50 standard pickles. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I gotta get more. I gotta get up to 400, but I'm also not I don't know. I don't think I'm jumping on the market for those right now. We'll see. It might be. We'll see. I mean, knowing that there's people like Mondroid out there who haven't even pulled all theirs yet. Oh man. But Druid's Blood says crazy stream, guys. I mean, it's a beautiful night in Praetoria. It always is. Deuce says he got exactly 400, got 20 gold foils, and bought 18 gold foils from the market to max it. We'll see if anyone wants to rent a max regular foil next season. Yeah, honestly, that might be a big rental card. I just don't know, I don't know if a $37 card, if people are really... And plus, that was the other thing that I was noticing with the rental market is I don't know if people are renting max stuff yet, especially with what we saw in Dahas's battle. Single BCX is playing up to gold. So I don't know at what point they kind of start to chase rewards and build their deck, or start playing beyond what their deck is actually capable of. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but
we need better rewards in that glint shop. That's what would push people to kind of want to upgrade and get higher and be more competitive.
Yeah. Yep.
Because, without the leaderboard... Well, I mean, there's still glint, but without DEC for leaderboard, I've definitely felt less, inclined to, improve my deck or buy more cards, Because it's I'll go up, 0.25% in win rate for $500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I guess until there is more stuff for that glint, And maybe it's not even value stuff there, but... Yeah, Ada says, why does he always lose to you in tournaments? Because you suck. So
he is very bad. Oh man.
I'll be honest, Ada. I don't recognize your screen name to an IGN. What's your IGN, buddy? I mean, if you recognize him in tournaments, then we'll probably recognize you too, because it's the same. The tournament crew is pretty much the same. But Ank hasn't gotten any pickles either. Wow. So are you playing with one though, or you're just not playing with any pickles right now? Man, this is just great. Out of context, Twitch.
Are you playing with any pickles yet?
Yeah, walks into a stream. Hey, what's Splinterlands? Hey, are you playing with your pickle? Or, I don't know. When was the last time you purchased a pickle? They're like, oh my gosh, these guys. All right.
Aggressive gamblers. Yeah, I've seen you around.
Ada Perek. All right. So, yeah, why do you keep beating up on Ada Perek, Mondroid? Jeez.
I just play who they make me play. It's not personal.
Yeah, it's not personal. Yeah, he beats up on everybody. It's not. It's actually a very non-discriminatory ass whooping. It's good. No favorites. But yeah, I've really enjoyed my pickle. But I I definitely.
Well, you gotta, you just gotta give your pickle some love every now and then.
I'm finding more ways. I'm finding more places to put my pickle in. Because I feel like I was really timid with the pickle for a while. I was going to like, my normal, but like, once you get used to slamming your pickle in a lineup, like you gotta run with it. Now I'm just finding places. I'm like, can I fit a pickle here? Can I fit a pickle there? But luckily it was a standard pickle, so I can fit it in a lot of places.
Yeah, I do like the black foil promos, man, or promos in general, where it's like bonus SPS, bonus glint.
Yeah, no, lots of bonuses. Lots of bonuses when you show that one off. But the Haas loves putting his pickle in the second slot. That was hard to say.
Oh boy.
That's a good one.
We're gonna get canceled.
All of a sudden the AI is just gonna specifically start like moderating the word pickle in our chat. It's gonna be like, yeah, these guys, I don't know, they're doing something. Stop playing with your bags and swing your pickle around. Yeah, I'm just glad I put pickles in my bag. Like we're there. I thought this was Sunday Night Gospel. I mean, this is Sunday Night GoSPL. We're there.
Yeah.
We're there, baby. But yeah, it's
this is the devil's version.
But yeah. No, Deuce, I don't need to spend my glint right now. I got 3 million glint. I have all the cards that I need, and so I'm not really cashing it in on much. And then once I started scholaring, I really stopped going after chests or much of anything, so I'm just kind of maintaining from here. Nothing crazy. But, yep. Yeah, those 1-drops are helpful in survival. Good.
Yeah, see, I did spend, well, I mean, I'm back up to over 5 million, but I spent a lot getting like extra copies of stuff because it was, I played survival for a couple seasons there as like my primary mode of play, and it's like that 3-mana elder, right, with the swiftness and strengthen. It's like you need like 5 copies of that dude because you want to play him all the time, but he's always dead.
Yeah. No, these are cards that like we've talked about it on the stream where like I didn't really notice how much I love them until I didn't have them playing on Vorkus. When I like, I'm just like, my thing doesn't triage. My thing doesn't. I was like, I don't have them yet. My monk still loses so many mirrors. My Slade loses mirrors. As soon as Vorkus is like there, they're gonna probably release the next reward set. I'll be like, But
yeah, probably got a couple more months.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess for me, do you want to open up these packs? I mean, for me, meta-wise, I don't feel like much has changed this week. I haven't noticed anything super groundbreaking or changing in the meta. Pickle was introduced and that new promo was introduced, but I don't think either one of those are like changing fundamentally anything that we got. There's supports to meta pieces that we already had. We talked about Craniacs kind of really coming back. I think people are using it a lot more regularly. Is there anything else meta-wise that you've kind of noticed?
A little bit of a shift, I guess, in the sense that, like, I've seen, the cave-wise giraffe combo, but with squirrel, where it's like you have flying, so they're more evasive, and then, you can get some True Strike too, which is good against Slade or some of those other comps, and then like it'll even sometimes it beats even like Lorcus mirror matches, where it's like my cave wise will get a dodge from flying, and then been interesting. And then there's also that six mana resurrect from the Earth Squad when that's open with Squirrel, and to resurrect like a Greybrow a second time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've noticed that makes a difference in certain matchups too. Playing that red Squirrel combo instead of the Lorcus version.
I feel like the difference for me in running like Greybrow versus the Cavewise is just whether or not black is available.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's almost just the only difference. If black's not available, it's Greybrow all day. But if black's available, then Cavewise is for sure, because I don't want to get Craniaxed. It's just not,
pretty much, yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not
I'm
worth
not
it.
getting Craniaxed, bro.
Nope. Not gonna punish me. I don't think I've been punished yet. I've punished, but not been punished. And so that feels good currently. But is there a reason you insist on using the MTG colors instead of the Splinterlands elements? What do you mean? I'm not calling red mountains, am I?
I think he means like on screen on your stream.
Oh, what am I doing?
You gotta look at it.
Look at what?
Well, I'm not gonna just tell you.
Fire, not red. Am I saying fire?
Oh.
Is it not fire? I don't know. What is it? Fire, water. I don't know. That's what the emblems are. Ish. Let me see. Hold on. Let's look at these. Let's look at them. Where my fire at? It's literally a fire. It's fire. It says it right there. Or wait, am I saying red? Death, not black. Okay.
We're
yes, I use
red.
color. Yes, I use the colors. I don't know, man. I got 20 years of history for colors, man. Red is red. Red is aggro. Black is death. I don't know. White is life. Green is earth. I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah. Earth, not green. You typically call them by their MTG colors. I really do. Yeah. But I don't know. I've been playing Magic since, when was I first? I was first introduced to Magic in the 6th grade. And a buddy of mine would be like, we would have decks in our backpacks. And when we would be done with work, like last 15 minutes of every class, we're slamming games of Magic. This was back when, what was that set? It was the first introduction of like the ninjas. I want to say Kamigawa. It was the Kamigawa set, the very first one.
Oh yeah, dude.
So yeah, we were slamming lots of games. I think, what was that ability? I think it was like Bushiroad, or no, that might have been Bushido. That's what it was. Hey, look at you. Oh. But I apologize, Deuce, if I have offended you with my Magic talk.
Green got elves and big stompy mid-range.
Yeah, I can't not talk about like blue-white control and all that. It's just I would say it might honestly be comparable to like when I listen to Fat Jimmy talk about just general fantasy and like how Tolkien is like the godfather of fantasy and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember him going on about that one day.
Like generally, because he always kind of has that point of reference there, which is pretty cool. And so I almost like, for me, I just think Magic is probably that for all forms of trading cards for me, especially if they break off into different elements and if they try to have like, it's just, Magic is the godfather. It's the foundation. It's the core in which everything else is kind of built off of. Dude says, no offense, just curious. Yeah, I mean, it's my history. It's what I've done. Won a bazaar playing anti-black when that was still cool. That's awesome. Dang, Hoss, you missed the goodies by a few years. I remember cracking Ultimate starters. Yeah, I did. It was just a little bit. I was still young. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! No, Pokemon. It was just Pokemon for me back then. But all right, you ready to crack these packs?
I'll watch.
All right. I'm nervous.
I'm not gonna be cracking nothing.
I've been putting this off for a while now, but I haven't. I've wanted to do it like right away. So no. All right. So these are the 3 alchemy packs that I earned playing in the YGG tournament, and I do not own a black foil yet. I've purchased my foils, and let's go. Chase is real. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Come on. Hey, has anybody actually opened up a pack? Or Tails? No, never mind. You were opening up like 200 at a time. Notification-wise, we've always kind of like wondered if I actually had an arcane or some of those jackpot cards in here, would it like give me a notification before I flipped it over? Like, I don't know. All right. No Peace. Never played MTG. Did play Star Wars TCG back then, though. And the cheaper C23. Nice. Good. All right. Come on. Black foil. Black foil. So we know this one. Okay. Rares. Okay. We think this one's usually the gold foil, right? So it's always like spot 1 if it doesn't naturally populate somewhere else.
I believe so.
Got a summoner. Did not get a summoner. So we've got... Oof. So this is where, like, these packs,
Whoa.
you can whiff.
Oh, yeah. These are the Whiffosaurus Rex packs. Like,
all right. So let's see. That's
about
$3.
$3.
$3. That didn't even cover, like, a normal pack's cost. Oof.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Alright, sell them.
Sell them. We're not opening the other ones. No, we're doing it. Because that's how the law of large numbers works. You just keep banging your head against the wall until you get what you want. Come on, baby.
We got 2 more chances.
Everyone else gets to know before you. Ah! Alright. Alright, we got an epic, 2 epics. I'll tell you what, we'll take a gold foil epic.
That would be nice. Black foil epic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I want black foils. That's right. Just
one of them's gold.
All right, let's go.
Foil at a minimum.
Let's go. All right. And I got a
summoner. Okay, this pack's in the money, I feel like.
Here we go. Shaky.
Shaking.
No shaky.
Oh, no shaky.
But Umbral Elemental in the gold foil. All right.
Ooh.
Let's see how that one did.
That's gotta be $12.
It's gotta hopefully be more. 15.
15.
That was a lot for 15. Oh!
$15. Let's go, dude.
I mean, it barely covered the cost of the pack for that. I feel like the summoner helped more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's
alchemy
tough,
packs.
man. It's tough sledding until you get that black foil because there's so much value tied to the black foil, you know?
Black. Come on.
Come on.
Gold foil epics around 11. Yeah. Come on. Chase is real. For the stream. Streamer's luck. Fuck.
Oh, no.
Black foils still can do it. Come on. 4 black foils. Hey. All right. That's 1, and it's outside of that spot, so I don't know what that means, but we'll see. All right. Gold foil summoner. Summoner, though. Heavy on the summoners. All right. 2 gold foil commons.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, No black foil today for your boy.
Whoa.
All right. Let's see. So overall, $4.
Yep.
Ouch. Oh crap. Okay. So what? 7, almost 750. So 22. Yeah, about $23 out of $36 worth of packs. Oof. But those are the hot items, man. That's what everybody wants, but it's the big ones. You got to go for the law of large numbers. Like if we go check out Elmo's Burns and we go look at the packs, like this is what's ripping right now. These starters are just like, woof. I cannot believe starters are selling as good as they are. We're at, wow, 114,000 of those. But yeah, look at us here on the alchemy packs. It's the only one that we're like over 50% of what has been purchased is opened.
Yeah, it's almost like we put $2 million into alchemy packs in the pre-sale, and now everyone's like, shit, I need some more rares.
I need some other stuff. But no, I'm grateful that, you know, we did well in that tournament. Grateful for YGG and the company for, you know, putting together stuff like that. But the chase is still on. Actually, I'm gonna do it on stream too right now. I'm gonna open up my pack that I purchased for like my dailies.
Packety pack.
Yeah, my one basic. This is gonna be the one where the black foil's in, and everybody will know that like basic packs are fine. So
I would laugh so hard,
dude. I'd be happy. I'd be happy boy. All right. 3 rares. So let's go. Summoners. Gold foil summoner. Ooh. Gold foil. Happy. Summoner. Not a summoner, but probably way more value in that pack. I'm probably still the positive on my little journey here.
Yeah, that's
there it is. $7 pack. You know why? Because gold foil rares, I think, are ridiculously expensive.
They are. I was telling you that last time. It's
So,
like they're so hard to get. Because they're not in the starter packs, right? No gold foils. And then usually you get a gold foil common in the alchemy pack. So, and then in the legendaries, one of your cards is a legendary. So it's like the rares are just super tough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so yeah, but I feel like those I end up pulling a little bit more of those in the standard packs than I do, I think, in anything else. And so, but yeah, got our value there. Well over the purchase price, just about doubled it, and feeling pretty good about that. So more value out of the $4 pack than I did out of the
two of the alchemies.
I mean, had to hit big too. Had to hit big on those, but oh man. So Deuce wants to take a little bit of profit at 113K on Bitcoin. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Dump
man.
it into Splinterlands.
But yep. Glory says we're still green. Yep, feels good. We're just crossed green yesterday, and we didn't go back into the red yet. So, yeah, those basic packs a day, I enjoy that. I'm having fun with that. That's a good use of my time and funds, I think, right now. Talking to Deuce on snaps, it's just kind of like a it's just kind of where I'm parking money right now. Like, I'm opening up the cards, but the cards aren't really fluctuating so much in value. So, you know, they're retaining, I think, pretty well. And so I'm just kind of like, that's where I'm parking my DEC at this point. But yeah.
Okay.
Don't know what else I'm going to be kind of buying right now, though. I think I'm still in I was kind of going for some of those gold foil commons for a while, but I don't know, the price on those are kind of like coming out from underneath them, and I don't know if oh, actually, look, they all came back up. I don't know if the mage wagons, if the conflicts are gonna change kind of where these are at, but well, actually,
Probably, man. I mean, once that's in motion and people see the,
oh my goodness, no, never mind. Look at
chances they're
this.
getting.
All of these, holy crap, what did I miss? Gold foil commons are starting to run through the roof here. Didn't realize that. Stampeding Calf, it's running 57. I bought that one for 32. There's not a single one that you can buy right now that is almost less than $1 per BCX. There's only 2 of them.
Yeah, because, like,
Weird.
we're just, I mean, the amount of packs being opened, like Alchemies, is probably way down, from the beginning.
Yeah,
So there's a flood of supply, and then they're, saying conflicts are going to be in July, so I'm sure everybody's just stacking up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I tell you what, it's I don't know. I can't predict what's happening anymore. Can't do it, because one of the things that's still just I do not understand it is why the summoners are still all over $1. I mean, goodness gracious, look. There's like 50-cent rares regularly.
Yeah.
What is
Nobody
going on?
has enough rares, dude. Like, I don't have enough rares.
So, I mean, there's no reason. I guess that explains this.
That's why the starter packs are pretty profitable in a way, because it's like you pull rare and it's like 50 cents of the $1 pack. So
Well, one of the things that I actually noticed on Glory's channel, he was opening up the starter packs that he got from his spellbook purchase, if I remember right. But he opened up one pack that had 3 rares in it. That's not possible with the starter packs, is it?
I think so. I think just one's guaranteed, and then the rest have a random, well, not random, but they have their chance to hit.
So you can get more than 1 rare in a starter pack?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Really? Well, I guess that kind of changes the numbers for me there.
Yeah,
And-
because like you can hit a summoner for $1.50 and another card for like 50 cents, and
Yeah. I mean, I thought like $1.50 was just kind of like the max one slot could get you, and there was like a 20% chance of it, but there's a higher probability or a chance of double pooling. That's crazy.
I just hate selling cards, but every time I've done it, I've come out like ahead.
Interesting. Maybe that's a play, because I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We've got a pack that costs $1, and you can rip. I don't know. That's absolutely crazy. You wonder if people are buying them through bulk and selling them off. I would. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I would say you would almost have to. If you see that the demand for the product is here, and you know that you can buy a thing that's $1 that'll like gives you a high probability of pulling this, then yeah, you do it. The worst you do is 20 cents right now. And on the commons, so like the floor, you got 5 cents. So it's 20, it's like 40 cents is the floor on like the worst possible pack.
Like the cheapest rare and the 4 cheapest commons.
Yeah. But then you've got, I don't know, 8, 16, 24. You got like 32 there. But like, yeah, you can, I don't know, you can rip like almost $2 out of a pack. So it's like the floor is not as bad as the floor is not as low as high as the ceiling is, I guess. I don't know if I said that right. But, it just doesn't seem even yet for that price point. But don't know. That's absolutely crazy. We'll take it though. We'll absolutely take it. Well, Mondroid, it's 10 o'clock. You got any final thoughts? Any parting words of wisdom?
Just, don't be afraid to give your pickles some love.
Yeah. If you're ever curious,
that's it, man.
If you're ever curious and you don't really know whether or not you're using it right, just throw it out there more and see what happens. Be aggressive with your pickle. But yeah, so for everybody in the chat, you guys saw we do #bigbrain. So make sure throughout the week is if you guys have a battle and you feel like you kind of predicted what your opponent did, or you made a play that was counter meta, covered a lot of bases, like took on a rule set in a way that was, very unique. Make sure you guys share that battle with us. Go on to Peak D, go to the snaps, tell us about it, tag Mondroid, tag myself, share the link, use #bigbrain, #Splinterlands, and maybe next week you will be the winner of 1,000 DEC, and then just by participating you'll be in for the random draw for the standard pack. All right, but yeah, share us what you got going on. We love talking Splinterlands, we love talking meta, so let us know what you got going on. And then yeah, if you want, go over to YouTube, follow us over there. All of our recaps will be over there. And I was toying with some short stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to be continuing that. But yeah, other than that, it's been an awesome show. I've been very appreciative of everybody in the chat. This has been a very active chat. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys make the show what it is, and we appreciate you guys coming out and sharing it with us. But enjoy your week. Happy end of season, and we will see you guys next Sunday at 8:30. Cheers, everyone.
See ya.